I'm having some woman problems.
Spoil it with your heart. Trust me. You still love me? When I said get a girlfriend, I didn't mean mine.
All I know is I love my woman and I'm trying to get her back. I miss you, Myesha.
I know you've been through a lot, but you gotta trust me. I'm not trying to hurt you. Just hold on to me.
Well, episode 8 is in the books. Looks like the fellas are starting to turn it around and they're about to become the good dudes. You guys complain a whole lot about they're not having any really good black males up here. Looks like from this episode, a lot of the black males done got their backbone and about to make some things happen. If you're finding me for the first time, please subscribe. Be sure to join the notifications and join us on IG and catch us when we go live. If you're a smaller YouTuber or someone who wants to get their social media presence out there, you can always hit me up on IG and we'll take you guys live. Let's start from the beginning. We see Emmett texting. At first I thought he was texting Tiff, and come to find out, it's not Tiff he's texting. It's Keisha. The lady that we thought they was going to get them into a relationship somehow this season. I guess that's not going to happen. And they just basically having that same good relationship that they've always had as friends. And it would have been great to see them get together, but hey, they got other plans for Keisha. And I still don't trust the L7 Westbrook looking dude, but you know what? We'll see what happens. Next, we see Kev talking to Keisha, just basically having a back and forth with her about why girls like bad boys, and if she had to not be his sister, would she take him or Jake? And in her heart of hearts, she really wanted to take Jake. And Kev is saying to her, yo, that's the problem with you females. And he's got a point. When people are young, they tend to gravitate to the quote unquote bad boys. But as you can see, Keisha's had a history of doing that, but now she's trying to get with the L7 dude. And that's what Kev basically calls her out for. It's like, you trying to get with a cornball buster. And at this point in time, Keisha is grown. She knows that that can be better for her than these other thugs she's been dealing with. So she's going with it. I just hope that Kevin can keep his head up and know that be who he is enough for whatever somebody needs. Then we get a sad situation. Tiff, who claims she wants to be in an open relationship, but that's not really the case. She just wants to have Emmett and this old Skeletor head dude right here. She's calling her husband, telling him, I ain't coming home tonight. And then while she's doing that, she's got old boy in the background talking. And of course, Emmett is talking pure tea trash to this dude, and I would too. And I know you women are saying, oh, but he brought it on himself. No, he came clean, and coming clean does not mean that you go out and start sleeping with somebody else. But at the end of this story, he does what a grown person does, and we'll get there in a minute. But I would have been mad at her too. I wouldn't even have let her ass in the house. She's going to talk about, I ain't coming home till tomorrow morning. Okay, fine. You won't be getting in this house. And then we see Papa talking with Jake. And he just basically letting Jake know, look, man, you ain't no thug no more. Gemma done straighten you out. And Jake basically admits to it. And the thing you got to like about Papa, he continues to be the glue that brings all these people together. And I need him to go ahead and grow up right now. And instead of doing all this chasing Myesha, bruh, chase the things that make you happy. Myesha's going through an issue right now. She's got some identity issues, some self-care issues, some confidence issues of her own that she needs to work out. And I need you to figure out, let her have her space and do your own thing. I think he'll figure that out. Then we see Tiff, she done made it home and got to be more careful. My man Emmett done pulled a baby boy, cooking breakfast damn near butt naked. Teasing her. He cooking all the stuff she like. He got her coffee that's creamy like him. He running the shower. He's doing all this stuff to the person he's married to as if he's in a competition with Dante. Now, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you say you're having an open relationship. There should never get to a point where you feel like you're competing for your spouse's love and affection with whomever you've brought into the relationship. Once you get to that point, you've got some issues. Somebody might need to think about making some moves. And we've seen that at the end of this episode. We see Gemma talking to Kev, who pops up on her outside the coffee shop. And for as much as I pick on old Frederick Douglass head Gemma, I must say, I'm with her on this. She did say, I have a right to leave you. Yes, you do. You're not married. And even if you were married, you have a right to leave then too. However, she also admitted about how messy it was. And that's where the drama, the bad feelings, and the angst come in. When you do it in a manner that makes someone upset. But she does have every right to leave. It's grimy the way she did it. It's grimy she went to his homeboy. But she also admitted in the same breath, she still loves Kev. And one of these days when there's no more Jake, or she's tired of Jake, she's going to want Kevin. And Kevin ain't going to want none of them draws. Kevin going to be through with them draws. And then we see Kev coming over here on behalf of Papa talking to Myesha. And I like this exchange with them. Myesha was talking about how she brought up Kevin. I just wish Kevin would have talked a little bit more about how Papa has brought her up. Long story short, she admits to Kevin her feelings and the angst she's having from being a social media maven and how all the haters be saying stuff about her. Like I said, Myesha still has some confidence issues she needs to deal with. Got to keep in mind, all these guys are still kids, basically, except for Emmett and Tiff. They're still kids, and they're still trying to form their own identities and work it out. And when you got a social media presence the way she has, that can make it tough. But I do like the fact that they were able to have a good little conversation, reminding each other of where they've been. And she is going to ultimately come to this dance that Papa is throwing specifically for her because he want to get her back. Then we see the L7 dude looking like Russell Westbrook, steadily trying to convince his love to Keisha. And while he's doing that, one of his old homegirls comes into the store, a little cutie. And that made Keisha stand in attention and look to see who the hell is this, what's going on. And after the girl leaves, she goes over there asking my man a million questions, like they really in a relationship. And he did the smart thing. Even though they're not in a relationship, he laid out everything that was going on because apparently he has nothing to hide. He's not trying to foreshadow anything. He told him about their relationship. They used to date when they was young. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm so scared of this dude because he's doing everything right. Now, I don't know if they're trying to cast him as the type of dude that the girls don't like based on he's nerdy, based on the way he dresses and looks. But ladies and gentlemen, the way he's acting, the whole makeup of him is the new dude chicks are going to start being hot for because they ain't into that drama and mess. But I still got my eyebrow up for him. I still don't believe he's everything he claims he is. He might be, but I'm scared of him. And then we get back to this party that Papa done threw for Myesha. And he confronts homeboy that's dancing with her like, yo, this my lady. And Myesha's like, you threw the party for me. I'm not your lady. And then Papa steps away and lets her keep dancing with dude. Yo, that would have probably had me hot. Look, man, look. You can dance. You can kick it. You can do what you want to do. But she even has the audacity to go sit her butt down with her helium head and let homeboy dawdle all over her when she know Papa is trying to get back with her. But you can't blame this on Myesha. She already done told Papa the deal is she don't want to be with him right now. She want to chill, and Papa is still trying to get back with her. This is why I'm saying Papa need to just fall back. Give her the space she wants. Do you, Papa. Learn you. Do things that pleasure yourself, and don't even worry about Myesha. She'll be back because she's already starting to crack under her own self-doubt with these people on social media. And I always tell people, as someone who has a large social media following, when people put nasty comments on your thing, F them. Don't worry about it. Keep on moving. Obviously, they hate you for a reason, and usually it's not because of what you're saying. It's because they want to be you. So, Myesha, keep it moving. Don't worry about it. Then we catch Emmett Tiff at a comedy show, and the comedian is on stage talking about how he's making the women's panties wet. And then he actually goes out there, calls out Tiff and Emmett as they're sitting there. And this is when Emmett, who's feeling like, this is my woman, I love her, this is my woman, basically tells dude, yo, she's married. You ain't got nothing to worry about over here. But comedian insists that comedians get on stage, they talk junk to these women, and it is what it is. And I think at that moment was kind of when Emmett was just like, you know what, I got to do something to let this woman know that I'm tired of being in this open relationship. I just want you for me, and we're going to have a conversation about that. We see old Russell Westbrook, L7, come and scoop up Keisha on his bike, which would be a turnoff for a lot of black women anyway. And then he takes her to an old school record store. And she realized this brother's got an old soul, which kind of explains his general makeup. And I think it's ingratiating her a little more to trust him. Because he's got an old soul. He listens to all this old music and, it kind of relates to his personality. But the one thing that bothers me the whole time with him is he's continuously trying to get her to trust him. He's always saying, you can trust me. You can trust me. My experience has been someone who continuously tells you can trust me, don't trust their ass. We see a scene where Kevin and Jake are at this dance and they just start talking and they actually made up like men. It's still a messy situation. But these two, they was friends before. They're looking like they're going to be friends after. Jake basically apologized. Kev kind of accepted the apology and asked Jake to treat her right, which I think Jake is going to be treating her right because it seems like Jake is turning into an L7 guy himself. But before we even get to all that, you see Kev in here dancing with some girl who's just a pawn for the moment, trying to make Gemma jealous. And it worked. Because Gemma is basically not even looking at Jake, just staring at who Kevin dancing with while Jake is like, why are you looking at Kev? And then they get kind of close to the end of the dance. Myesha confronts Gemma, and I was all on the Myesha train for this one, just telling Gemma, look, you need to make up your mind which one you want, because it still seems like you're stringing them both along. Only thing that should have happened here, Gemma should have said, you know what? You need not forget the people that helped you got where you was at. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to pull out the pitchfork, my pitchfork is sticking more out for Gemma. And I think the way they closed this thing was a pretty good way to close it all up, because we're still here in this same party. And at the end, Gemma and Kev agree to certain terms to move on. Kev is going to accept her being with Jake. And if something ever happens, Kev was like, don't expect me to be here. And Gemma realizes that, you know what, this was a good dude. The girl's going to be fawning over him. Maybe I did miss out, but you know what, I can still be your friend. So I guess that's where they're going to go. They're going to still remain good friends. And at the end of the day, I would not say, ladies and gentlemen, that they're done. I think they still might have some juice left in them. And then we get to the end right here where we've got Russell Westbrook, L7, kissing Keisha as if this is a scene right out of The Notebook, in the rain, or Spider-Man upside down kissing Mary Jane. I'm still not ready to trust this brother. I'm happy for Keisha because she actually needed a reprieve, but this is just all going way too fast for me, and it should be going too fast for her. Then at the very end, my people, we get Tiff talking to Emmett. Emmett gets on his knee, has gotten Tiff a bigger ring, and he confesses to her like, look, I'm sick of this. I don't want to be in an open relationship. I thought I might wanted that. I just want to be with you. But Tiff claims she likes being in an open relationship. Let's be real about this thing. She just likes being with Dante. That's it. It ain't nobody else. She just likes being with Dante. And Emmett's like, look, this is your ultimatum. I don't want you doing that no more. We're going to have to step. And you know what? I give him kudos for that. Because when you come to irreconcilable differences in your relationship, that's what you have to do. And I know it's been women out there, oh, he messed up so bad on her, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's fine. The truth is out there now. Everybody knows the truth. And when you know the truth, you make decisions based on the truth. She wanted to make the decision of them being in an open relationship. Emmett tried to deal with it. He's not feeling it. And now he wants her to stop that. And if not, I'm leaving. Simple as that. Truth is truth. And that's how grown people handle their business. You don't just stay with somebody, they hurting you, beating you physically, beating you emotionally. You let them know, this hurts me. I'm tired of dealing with this. And if this doesn't change, I'm out. And so I'm glad for Emmett. I just wonder, what is Tiff's response going to be to his ultimatum? So that's going to do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Get yourself that life game. We'll be going live tomorrow night, 9 p.m. on Monday, to discuss this. And then the very next hour, we'll be discussing Power. First episode that came out this Sunday. And until that next sexy as hell video, follow me on the gram. I'll see you.